Paul reacts to Notre Dame facing Ohio State in national championship. Paul Finebaum may have an affinity with the SEC, but he's excited for the college football playoff national championship game between Notre Dame and Ohio State on January 20. The Buckeyes have been earmarked for the contest from the beginning of the season, while the Fighting Irish had to scratch and claw their way to the finale after falling to Northern Illinois in Week 2. Nevertheless, all the chips will be pushed into the center of the table for both teams next week, and Finebaum can't wait to see who comes out with the win. There's a slight paradigm shift in college football, Finebaum stated, regarding Notre Dame and Ohio State making it to the finale via McElroy and Kubelik in the morning. I think it's because of all the things that we talk about, the portal, and how easy it is for schools to go out and get players on a moment's notice. I don't think you can ever read too much into a snapshot. I understand the narrative. But I think the fact that we have a Big Ten team in there again is certainly very positive for them. I do think that Notre Dame managing to come all the way back is one of the most remarkable stories that I have seen in college football. Because on the second weekend of the year, when they lost to NOU, I think you had to think this team had no chance of making it to the playoff, and certainly the final game. While the SEC being shut out of the championship deciding matchup is something Finebaum doesn't want to get used to, he does have a ton of respect for Notre Dame and everything they've accomplished over the course of the past couple of months. They're the only one who can't skip the first round of the CFP. 2 because of the setup. I've always argued I felt like they needed to be in a league. But I think that is the story of the year in college football, really is what Marcus Freeman has done, Finebaum added. The SEC fall from grace is rivaling that, by the way, but that's okay. I love the Notre Dame story, because they're not playing for the national championship with Ole Miss running back and Alabama's defensive back. I mean, they develop players. They've gone out and brought in players from Duke and other schools, just like Indiana did, but ultimately they found a way, and they beat some good programs along the way. Regardless, the money is siding with Ohio State at the moment, as they opened as a 9.5-point favorite over Notre Dame when the game was made official. On January 20, the Fighting Irish will have a chance to prove their doubters wrong, as they square off against OSU at 7:30 p.m. ET. The game will air live on ESPN. Paul Finebaum will be tuned in.